Hello, this is Eric, and as you know, Hollywood ruins everything. Christmas will have passed before this video is released, but it's still the same week. That means we can turn our eyes to another Christmas movie. The Santa Claus is a movie that I vaguely remember watching when I was young. It's a movie about a guy becoming Santa Claus. For all that I was excited to review it this year, I didn't remember that much about it. For some reason, I remembered it being a pretty good movie. Then, I watched it.
What are you talking about? Everybody likes Denny's. It's an American institution.
Oh. Well, in spite of its attempts at humor, it's not a bad film. It's just completely underwhelming. So, let's talk about that. What can we learn from the Santa Claus? Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe to help out the channel. Thanks! The Santa Claus is kind of a Christmas classic now, and if you summarize the film, it very much sounds like one. A jaded businessman accidentally kills Santa, then puts on Santa's suit and becomes Santa, learning the meaning of Christmas. If you watch it once and then forget about it, it's kinda easy to forget some of the details. Sometimes, when a critic is overly critical of details, they're accused of nitpicking. But a comedy like this is supposed to be mostly details. Jokes can last seconds. Timing, setup, and execution are important. If a critic talks about the humor, they can either go into a few poor jokes, or they can just say, "It's not funny," and move on. I'm not going to do either of those. Instead, I'm going to compare it to another film, Groundhog Day. If you look at these films abstractly, they're very similar. The main characters are worldly, mean-spirited, and cynical. They find themselves in a supernatural situation that they can't get out of, and they have to live with the consequences. Over time, due to events and someone they love, they start feeling an appreciation for the world that they never felt before. In the meantime, the supernatural situation lends itself to a lot of jokes, and we have fun laughing at them. They are both serious films that deal with an unusual situation and have fun poking at the funny side of it all. The difference is, as I said before, timing, setup, and execution. Groundhog Day takes the time to prepare each joke and funny scenario. This...
Don't drive angry. Don't drive angry.
...is only funny because of how the scene's been established. In contrast, the Santa Claus just throws jokes at you, rapid fire, hoping one lands.
It's okay, I'm used to it. I lived through the 60s.
And the execution... Bill Murray is charismatic. You believe in him. And the acting in the Santa Claus, Tim Allen's performance, it's not bad. It's stilted. Just enough so that the jokes don't come naturally. You don't believe that you're looking at anything other than scripted humor. Even if you believe his performance, the jokes come off as more spiteful than sarcastic or witty. This is a problem with comedy from all eras. Comedy is hard, but if you're going to write it at all, you should try to get it right the first time. And the only way that works is if the actor can convince the audience that what they're saying is natural. Perhaps working with the actor while writing would help. Or a better director, one who knows how to be flexible with the script and get the best comedic performance. That's one route, fixing the comedy. The other route that would have made this film better is to play it completely seriously. Get rid of the comedy, make it more heartfelt. Make Scott Calvin even more down on his luck, fighting to keep seeing his son, and having it get steadily harder to do so. Make the Santa Claus change his personal life for the worse, and not in a funny way. Have him reach his lowest point, so that when he rises back up and understands the spirit of Christmas, we can cheer as he turns his life back around. Because the mediocrity of this film isn't because it's badly made. The mediocrity is from being stuck in an awkward place somewhere between humorous but sincere and dark but uplifting. The humor keeps it from being sad enough to uplift from anywhere, and the darkness keeps it from being humorous enough that the sincerity lands. In all honesty, the message this movie sends about keeping the magic alive in your heart, it's a wonderful message. Even if you become old, even as the world presses down on you, no matter how cynical you become, there can still be things that instill childish wonder in you. That's what the movie seems to be trying to say, and I personally wish the film was able to bring that out even better. I suppose the best we can do is learn from its mistakes. While there are other things that could be learned from the Santa Claus, that's enough for today. I'll leave you to see it for yourself. If you have seen it, what did you think? Please let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button to receive notifications whenever we put out a new video, and have a nice day.